All right, let's talk about a wild ride. Picture this. You wake up, you check the market, and you see a major tech company has lost over a quarter of its value, pretty much overnight. Well, that's exactly what happened to Confluent. So what's the deal here? Is the ship sinking, or is this one heck of an opportunity?
Yeah, you are seeing that right. 26%. After its latest earnings report, Confluent stock didn't just take a hit, it took an absolute nosedive. A brutal, brutal day for the company, and one that really sent a shockwave through the market. So a drop that steep forces you to ask a really important question. Is the company fundamentally broken, or did the market just completely overreact? That's the puzzle we're going to try and solve here. Now, to figure this out, we can't just look at one thing. We need a framework. And the source material for this explainer gives us a really smart way to think about it. Basically, looking at the company through two different but equally important lenses. And here's what they are. On one side, you've got the quantitative. These are the hard numbers, the balance sheets, the cash flow, the growth rates, all that good stuff. On the other side, you've got the qualitative. This is the story. What does the company actually do? Who's in charge? What's its place in the world? And to really get it, you absolutely need both. And this is why that balance is just so critical. As the analyst we're looking at puts it, the story without the numbers can be a disaster. And isn't that the truth? It's so easy to fall in love with a cool product or a big, exciting vision. But if the finances are a mess, well, that story isn't going to have a very happy ending. Okay, so let's grab that first lens, the quantitative one. It's time to put Confluent through a bit of a financial checkup and see what its report card really says. And wow, this report card tells a really fascinating story. So you look at profitability. It gets a C+. Why? Well, because the company isn't actually profitable yet, not in the traditional sense. But then you look over at liquidity and it gets a big fat A. They are sitting on nearly $2 billion in cash. So even without turning a profit, their overall financial health is actually incredibly strong. So if the balance sheet is so solid, what on earth caused that 26% crash? Well, this chart right here. This is the smoking gun. It is all about slowing revenue growth. I mean, you can see it clear as day. A couple of years ago, they were growing at 33%. Now their own guidance for this year is down around 19%. For a stock that people buy specifically for its growth, a slowdown like that is like hitting the emergency brake. So, to sum up the numbers part of this, we've got a company with a fortress of a balance sheet, and its margins are getting better. But, and it's a big but, its growth engine is definitely shifting into a lower gear. And remember, that's only half the picture. Exactly. So now it's time to switch to that second lens. Let's look at the qualitative side of things. The story. What's the big idea here that those slowing growth numbers might be hiding? So what does Confluent even do? Well, at its core, they're all about something called data streaming. The simplest way to think about it is that they provide the essential digital plumbing that lets businesses process these massive, massive floods of data the instant that data is created. It's basically the central nervous system for a modern company. And the market for this kind of digital nervous system, it is gigantic. Our source pegs their total addressable market at a mind-boggling $100 billion. And get this, right now, with their current sales, Confluent has only captured about 1% of that. Talk about a massive runway for growth. But here's the real kicker. This is where the story gets really, really exciting. AI. Think about it. For an AI to be truly intelligent, it can't run on old, stale data. It needs a constant stream of fresh, real-time information. And guess who provides that stream? Confluent. They are perfectly positioned to become the central nervous system for the entire AI revolution. Now that could be a massive catalyst for growth. And here's another huge qualitative plus. Who's running the show? This is a founder-led company. The CEO, Jay Kreps, isn't just some executive they hired. He is one of the original creators of Apache Kafka, the very technology that the entire company is built on. For a lot of investors, that is a huge, huge green flag. Okay, so we've looked at the numbers, solid but slowing, and we've looked at the story, this giant opportunity. Now it's time to bring those two lenses together and see what the final verdict is.
So the report gives Confluent a final score of 72 out of 100. Now, that translates to a buy rating, but, and this is really important, it's a buy for investors who can stomach some risk. You can see why. The score reflects that huge potential for growth and innovation, but it also bakes in the very real risks like volatility and competition.
Looking forward, the analysis then lays out 3 potential futures. In the conservative case, growth stays slow and the stock pretty much stays flat. But in the moderate scenario, the base case, if they just keep executing steadily, the stock could roughly double by early 2028. And then there's the aggressive case. If that big AI bet truly pays off, well, the upside from here could be even higher.
All right, so after weighing the numbers, the story, and all these potential futures, what is the single most important takeaway from all of this? What's the bottom line? And here it is. The conclusion from the report is pretty blunt. The recent 26% stock drop appears disconnected from Confluent's long-term fundamentals. In other words, the market's panic seems like a classic case of short-term fear completely overriding a solid long-term vision. And you know, this whole situation highlights a core challenge for any investor. So we'll leave you with this question to chew on. When a high-quality company's stock gets absolutely hammered like this, is that a definitive signal of weakness? Or is it really just a test of your vision?